Devendra ji, thank you for taking up time. I know you had a busy day in the assembly. I think it's appropriate that the Dhurandhars of Indian business should be recognized by the man who is doing a lot to make it easier to do business and is trying to make Maharashtra, which is of course the biggest contributor in terms of GDP, and is trying to make it easier to do business, that he should present the awards. But I'll start with a slightly out of syllabus question. ये देवेंद्र जी, ये इलेक्शन का सीज़न है, चुनाव का माहौल है, आप भाजपा का स्टार कैंपेनर है, तो ये जो 5 जो स्टेट्स में इलेक्शन होने जा रहा है, what is your estimate? Because BJP has traditionally not won elections, not very strong in these states, except of course Assam, which is expected.
नहीं, बिल्कुल आपने जो कहा, आई थिंक ये जो चुनाव है ये इट्स गोइंग टू चेंज द हिस्ट्री, और स्पेशली आई एम वेरी होपफुल दिस टाइम इन बंगाल, और मुझे लगता है कि इवन इन तमिलनाडु विल डू ग्रेट. असम तो खैर सभी को पता है कि हम लोग जीतेंगे, पर बंगाल और तमिलनाडु ये बहुत अच्छा हम करेंगे. और केरल में एक बहुत ही अच्छे अल्टरनेटिव के रूप में हम लोग आज उभर रहे हैं. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये चुनाव शायद पिछले कई चुनाव से अलग इस प्रकार का रिजल्ट होगा.
So another question, Devendra ji, which is also very topical. You have the war going on right now. Prime Minister spoken in the Rajya Sabha today and Lok Sabha yesterday. From your vantage point as Chief Minister, what are you seeing the impact of the war?
See, of course, today with this war, the supply lines are disrupted, and it is going to have some impact on all the businesses. But having said that, the diversification of supply lines done by the government under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi is actually making us stand out. Because if you look at all the countries which are our neighboring countries, they are almost at the verge of shutting. But India is doing well, we are managing. And I think the Prime Minister has a strategy to, sustain in this war-like situation, because the war is happening there, but for us, it's a war-like situation. And hopefully, I think we should sail through, we should be able to sail through.
Yeah. Hopefully, we will have a ceasefire soon. Let's see. Depends on Mr. Trump and his. Yeah.
No, I was reading somewhere that
what is going to happen on Truth Social. I think we are watching.
Yeah. That will happen. So I was actually, it is a situation where, you cannot comment on war, because it is said that even those who have waged the war do not know what is their strategy. So how can you tell what is the strategy?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is showing that it's easy to start a war, but very difficult perhaps to end one. Okay, let me shift to the various questions that were prepared, on the economy. So Maharashtra, the contribution to India's GDP is about 14-15%. It is the leader in FDI. But it is also facing significant challenges, let's say from states like your neighboring state, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So what is the X factor in Maharashtra? What is the X factor jiske wajah se companies should come to Maharashtra, both Indian?
I'll tell you 2-3 things. Of course, there was a time when there were only 2-3 states which were competing, like Maharashtra was there, Gujarat was there, Tamil Nadu was there. Today, there are at least 10 states which are competing and which are fairly doing well. And I think that is good for our country. So we believe in competitive federalism, and our Prime Minister believes in competitive federalism. Having said that, I would say that Maharashtra stands out because, as you have rightly said, that it has a manufacturing prowess. It has been the leader in manufacturing sector for a long time. We are continuing to do that. We are fintech capital, we are startup capital. Now you know that, if you look at the Startup India report, out of all startups that are existent in India, we account for the largest number. So we are the startup capital. Just to emphasize that, many times people say Bangalore is a startup capital, Hyderabad is a startup capital. So to them, I would like to tell them that no, Maharashtra is the startup capital by absolute numbers and also by absolute investment, not just by numbers. We also account for, largest number of unicorns. And I think we stand out in terms of, the entire ecosystem which is created. See, we have best of the human resource, we have best of the engineers, we have, best of the technocrats. Technology-wise, we are much ahead. There is a very good work culture. I mean, look at the work culture in Maharashtra. People mean business here. And we, I mean, as a government, we have, actually we are trying to, bring a lot of ease of doing business, because we understand that ease of doing business and cost of doing business are two things which, if the government works more, then investments are going to come. And that is why I think we have such a great ecosystem. We have many plug-and-play parks where actually we are immediately giving land to the people. So there are cases where we have closed deals in 24 hours, 36 hours, have allotted land, have given them offer letters. And I think this work culture, this ecosystem is something which is our X factor.
In fact, Maharashtra, I think, has emerged as a major center for of the data center industry. It is I think Navi Mumbai is emerging as a major hub of data centers and all that.
Absolutely. I think now we are the data center capital of India. And right now, the data center capacity, which is actually working capacity, which is created in India, is about 1.5 gigawatt. Out of that, more than 1 gigawatt sits in the state of Maharashtra. And today, huge investments in data center are coming to Maharashtra. We have closed deals worth 8 lakh crores and about 9 gigawatts of data center capacity. And let me tell you now, everybody is competing to bring the investments in data center. But the biggest thing for data center is power. And Maharashtra is one state which is right now power surplus. We have actually implemented our plan for resource adequacy in energy sector. We have plans of being, energy surplus in 2030, in 2035. We are accounted for all the energies that will go into data center. And at the same time, we are also going through energy transition. So by 2030, in fact, we will be 52% renewable. By 2035, we will be 65% renewable. And I must tell you that, let's say, our assessment is that this new Mumbai, Thane and all this area, which is now our data center hub, will require 5,000 megawatt, 5 gigawatt power in, let's say, next 5 years. We are ready. We are ready with it. And even I know that people at some point of time will ask for green power. We are also ready with the green power. So I think we are the only state which can actually fulfill the power demand for data center. Others are signing, but they don't have power.
Okay. But one sector where perhaps Maharashtra has not done so well is semiconductors. You have big investments in Gujarat, to some extent in Noida, Assam. When can we expect to see a semiconductor facility in Maharashtra? It has become some kind of a prestige.
Let me tell you,
Ji.
See, when we look at the semiconductor investments and fab investments, mostly we look at, the industries which have come out of India semiconductor policy. We have not been very fortunate to have something from India semiconductor policy.
Right.
But look at the private sector. Now Maharashtra is leader in OSAT and ATMP. The huge ecosystem of OSAT and ATMP is created in Maharashtra. The companies like RRP, what they have created is the best in India. And this capacity is actually enhancing at a pace where we will be leader. So I think, as you know, that ATMP and OSAT is one of the most important process in semiconductor ecosystem. That process we have championed in Maharashtra. And soon, in fact, we have already entered into a MOU with Tower Semiconductor, whereby they will be investing around 83,000 crore in a fab facility. They have not started as yet, but land is identified. We have entered into MOU. So soon that facility will also come in state of Maharashtra.
So let me just shift to the softer side. I think one of your एक बड़ा initiative is India's orange economy, which is focusing on the creative industries, on culture and digital content. What kind of investments are you expecting there?
So I think Maharashtra was perhaps the first state to have AVGC XR policy in 2017. And now we are in the second phase of our AVGC XR policy. And I mean, we are a very natural ecosystem for creators economy. And today you can see that that is happening. In fact, I'm very happy that the government of India chose us to host Waves, which has been our flagship program in this sector.
Right.
And after Waves, we are experiencing huge, investments in this sector, and especially the Indian Institute of Creative Technology, which is a flagship program of Government of India, which is perhaps the IIT in the creators economy sector, that has been started in Mumbai, and soon we will have a campus in Film City. That campus we have already started building. This will actually formalize the entire human resource that we have to create. And I think recently, 2 days back, we also hosted esports, the World Championship of esports. And there also, I think, huge opportunities have come, the creators were assembled. So in our policy, we are creating hub and spoke model, whereby this Indian Institute of Creative Technology will be our hub, and we are actually creating 12 regional hubs which will act like spokes under this. And there, the entire ecosystem for AVGC XR, including the infrastructure which is required, will be available, so that we'll be able to leverage that infrastructure and will be able to provide the ecosystem for the orange economy.
Okay, I'm being asked to wind up. So just one or two last questions. So Maharashtra is seeing a very major infrastructure development that's visible in Mumbai with the coastal road, etc. There is the Vadhavan port which is coming up. What are the big initiatives going forward in infrastructure in Maharashtra?
So as you have rightly said, I think the biggest thing that has happened to Maharashtra and India is Vadhavan port. Because you see, for last 30 years, our maritime power has been the JNPT port. It accounts for 55% of our container traffic. But even with the enhanced capacity, there is no space available in JNPT. Now this Vadhavan is one port which is 3 times bigger than JNPT. And the best thing about Vadhavan is that it has a 20 meters natural deep draft. It is going to be India's largest port. From day one, it will be amongst world's 10 big ports. So for the first time, we are entering into the league of first world ports. And with this port, I think that we will play a major role in the maritime economy. We are also creating huge opportunities leveraging this port. The port-led economy should be, created in every corner. So we have Samruddhi Highway. From Samruddhi Highway, we are connecting, the JNPT we have already connected. Right. Now we are also connecting the Vadhavan port with the Samruddhi Highway. And with this, I think around 25 districts will have direct access to Vadhavan port, and the goods movement will happen in at the most 8 hours or 10 hours from around 20 districts to the Vadhavan port. So that will give advantage to every part of Maharashtra to be part of this port-led development. And again, as we have built this Atal Setu, and between Atal Setu and the new Mumbai airport. Now we are building the third Mumbai. Likewise, we are building the fourth Mumbai near Vadhavan port. And this Vadhavan port will be highly connected in a sense that now our coastal road is reaching Bhayandar. From Bhayandar to Virar, we are starting a new coastal road 40 kilometers. So, and this coastal road will go to Vadhavan. And Mumbai's third airport will come near Vadhavan. So it will come between Virar and Vadhavan. We have already, it will be India's first offshore airport. We have already done the survey and it has come feasible. So soon we'll do the formalities and then we'll announce this airport. So I think it is opening huge opportunities in Maharashtra. And again, it's not just for Maharashtra, but for India, because Maharashtra is growth engine. I mean, you know that recently I presented the budget, and in the budget speech I told that the Maharashtra's economy now is 660 billion. And with 660 billion economy, if Maharashtra would have been a separate nation, we would have been 30th economy of the world.
Right.
And now we are competing not just with states, but let me tell you, in next 2 years, we will surpass the economy of UAE and Singapore. So
wow.
That is our, strategy in Maharashtra. And I think for that, our strategy has always been, infrastructure-led growth, port-led development, and policy-led industrialization.
I think you should, I don't know whether you're benchmarking yourself with Vietnam or Indonesia, these kind of countries for,
Yes.
I think you should be doing that. Okay, so just, just on last question, let me ask you, historically in Maharashtra, there have been some issues, for example, with land acquisition and those kind of issues. For example, the Ratnagiri refinery project proposed by Saudi Aramco did not come up. Any progress on that? And generally on land acquisition, it has sometimes been difficult to acquire land in Maharashtra compared to some.
It is many times difficult, but let me tell you, Ratnagiri refinery is the only project where we have failed in land acquisition. Otherwise, in last 10 years, whatever projects we took, we could do all the projects with all land acquisition, and we have set a record. The Nagpur-Mumbai Samruddhi Expressway, 750 kilometer greenfield entire alignment, we could actually get that entire alignment land in 9 months, just 9 months. And now for new Pune airport, I have already started land acquisition, and 95% of the people have given us consent for acquisition. So acquisition has been problem, but our policy has been that we pay 5 times. We pay 4 times. So in most of the cases, I have not done acquisition. I have done consent award. But as you have rightly said, in Ratnagiri, we could not, we could convince people. We had, MOUs were 10,000 acres from people. But unfortunately, we could not convince the erstwhile partners, the erstwhile Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackerji, and we had to cancel that, that particular area. And then we went for the new site. We are still struggling. Let me tell you very frankly that in the new site, we have such, historical and geographical and, monuments that, again, I mean, that site has come into, certain problems. But we are still hopeful that we'll be able to do it. But I think now is a time where we understand that if at right time we would have started the refinery at Ratnagiri, this would have been opportune time for that refinery.
Okay. Devendraji, one last question on politics. So in the last assembly elections, BJP was very close to winning a majority on its own with 130 seats. What is the aim for the next election? Will you need allies in 2029?
See, the aim for next election is again to win and come back to power, because so many projects we have started, and we've seen that for around 2.5 years when we were out of power, all projects were standstill, and there was huge cost overrun, time overrun, everything. So that is, and for that I think, although as you have rightly told that now BJP is in a position where it is a biggest party on its own. We are near the majority mark. But I think we still believe that our friends are very important for us. They are very precious for us. So even in 2029, we will have our alliance and we will go to the elections with our alliance partners.
Devendraji, thank you very much.